Off every 30 minutes.
Hi guys.
Oh, we're on. We weren't even ready, so we're good. So we were going.
Sorry, we've switched the live times like different yesterday and today, but we've had so many different things. So whatever, we just have to go with the flow sometimes.
Oh my goodness, we've been doing so many things, and this morning was really fun because we got to go to Jessica's Sue's cookie, which means sweet and cute in Swiss German.
Isn't that
so
that's
cute? So cute. I love it.
So
love
we're
her.
gonna recreate a cookie. We did our chocolate tip today, and man, I wish everybody could have it because it was with the kamut and the gray salt, and it was so yummy. It was so yummy. But we're thinking we're gonna create something a little more exciting and fun for our cookie. For our cookie of the month.
Yeah, for our
cookie. So we're thinking of something else, but if you haven't had our chocolate chip cookies,
especially
so
with
good.
The kamut and our salt.
It was so good.
I think Jessica loved it.
Yeah, she loved it. So it was super good. So that was supposed to be for the beginning of September, but
probably won't be till October, at least, or November.
Yeah,
because
probably October.
So the collaboration with Sue's is basically coming.
Sue's.
I can't say it. Sue's. So it's basically coming up with the Food Nanny cookie of the month with our kamut and salt, and so we're working at that. So
so that'll be super fun. So it will be offered even if you don't live in the state of Utah. You can buy her cookies online, so you could buy our cookie of the month for the whole month that we do it. So that's super exciting.
So we're trying to get it perfect.
And then the other fun thing for today, if you do live in Utah, or maybe if you don't and you know somebody that lives here, they could maybe mail you this prize. But we're going to quench it. It's a Soda Shack, Soda Shack, right?
Yeah.
That's right here in Heber, that's super close to us, and we go all the time. So after this live, we're gonna go get a drink. And even if you don't drink soda, they have amazing waters that are I can only drink that kind of water.
Me too. Strawberry, mango, everything in their water.
They have an R&R, it's called, and it's got raspberry puree with fresh lemons and limes, and it's incredible.
So good.
So even if you don't drink soda, but these cookies, Sue's cookies, are sold there too. So anyways, we're going to be doing a giveaway starting today with her, and then the winner will be announced on Monday. So just make sure to watch our stories. But anyways.
We love our little soda shacks all around Utah. It's a Utah thing.
Yeah, it's totally a Utah thing.
And that I love it. I love it. I love Utah for so many different reasons. That's one of them.
Yeah.
We've got Swig. We've got So Delicious. We've got Quench It. We've got the one over in Camas.
There's a million.
We've got so many.
There's a million.
And they're also good. I think it's spread to Idaho because when we were up there, we went to theirs. It was so fun.
Yeah. Okay. So back to pizza. This is not going to be a long life.
No.
Back to pizza. So the one question that we keep getting is everybody loves to make the pizza and they love to recreate the pizza in their home, but the problem is they don't like how long it takes to do it for a pizza party. So there was one time that I showed when I was living in Denver to show the pizza that you can bake off, and you guys couldn't get enough of it, and we haven't shown it.
We stacked them.
So they want to see it again. So we're going to do that super fast, which I should go get the parchment paper.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hurry and talk to me for a minute.
So tonight on the meal plan, of course, it's...
We're in Arizona, too.
What, Lizzie?
It's in Arizona.
Oh, yeah, Arizona. That's right. They are down in Arizona now. Yes, love Arizona, love Idaho, love all the states. I really do. There's so many great people everywhere. The fresh tomato pizza that is actually on the Food Nanny menu tonight is on page 134 in the second book. And I love this easy, simple. We're also going to make that for you. Show you how to cook pizzas off for a crowd. Don't forget, Friday night, celebrate. It's pizza night.
Yeah.
There's so many delicious. Our pizzas are so good and healthy and so delicious. You can make them at your house. Go out to eat with your family. Make Friday night fun.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing our whole life on Friday night. And
okay, I
it's
loved
good.
the baking off, even if it is just for my own family to save a couple of crusts for the following week. Yes.
Yes, and we showed them how to freeze it too.
No, well, we're going to show it again.
Yeah,
Quick. We're going to show this
okay,
quick.
so we've been driving around this morning with the dough in my car. Because we made it early this morning, so it doesn't
Real
matter.
life.
We made real life, so we made the beer dough.
The Tuscan dough.
Tuscan
in
Sun
book
pizza
2.
dough. Got this recipe in Italy. It was an amazing time there. Learned how to do so many fabulous pizzas. Got this recipe right from Italy, made with beer. If you don't want to do it with beer, you don't have to. You can do water.
You can do water, or you can do old duels.
Either one.
like that.
Or duels. This is a cheap. We have no idea what it tastes like except for in our beer bread and our beer pizza dough. This is a cheap beer.
Which you're not going to taste
we
it
buy.
because it's going to cook out.
Right. You're not going to taste it.
It's just helping.
It's just helping with
the crust.
with mostly the rising process and making a lighter crust.
Yeah.
And bubbles up a little bit more.
Yeah.
So here we have the dough.
I think, okay, so we have 2 pizza crusts, and I'm not kidding. I just think that this one makes it more authentic.
Yeah.
I think this one just looks more like, wow, that's like the real pizza that you're getting in Europe.
Italy. Either one is great.
Okay, let's
Some
just
people
show
can't tell the
fast.
difference. Okay, so now we're going to put a little
Well, I
bit
don't
of
know how
our,
they can't tell
of
the
course,
difference.
made with our kamut flour. We're going to put a little bit of flour down. I'm going to take this.
Okay,
right
and let me
out
just
of the
tell
bowl.
this really fast while she's doing this. It is our all-purpose flour. I have to keep answering that question because I even have friends that are like, well, I don't really make a lot of bread and I don't really make a lot of blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, this is literally all-purpose. So just remember that this is all-purpose flour that you're using for everything. It doesn't
Everything.
matter what it is, for everything.
It makes everything better, I believe.
Everything.
So here we are with our beer dough. In Italy and in the recipe, I actually tell you, you can make this into 6 pizzas about this big, okay? 6. Really thin crust. We can do it, you can do it into 3, you can do it into 6, whatever you prefer. Should we do 6 or 3?
3.
Okay, so where's our pizza?
Oh.
Our little pizza and dough cutter really fast, or I'll just use a knife. Okay, so we'll just cut it with the knife. You can't find yours, Lizzie?
Well,
Okay, so I'm gonna cut this into thirds, exactly like this. I mostly do it into 6. Lizzie loves doing it into 3. So that's great. Don't you?
Put it somewhere.
It's fine. We've got it. So we did it into 3. Okay. Now we're just going to take our little rolling
That's crazy.
pin.
That's making me mad. I hate when you can't find something in your kitchen.
Yeah.
My husband obviously put it somewhere. Okay, when you say your all-purpose flour, are you selling flour? Yes. Yes, we are. Hold on. I've got my baby right here. Mom, explain that.
Yes, we're selling our kamut flour, our white all-purpose kamut. You can go on to thefoodnanny.com and get it there, or you can come to one of our homes. We're selling the 50-pound bags, and we're also selling our 5-pound bag now, and we'll show it to you in a minute. So go grab the 5-pound bag, Lizzie.
The reason we're selling this flour is because she has been using it for almost 4 years, and it just upgrades your life. There's a lot of people that have, I don't know, I feel like more than ever, kind of like when you start hearing, I feel like autism is more out there than ever. Things like that. I feel like more than ever people can't handle, they're figuring out like wheat and flour. Like there's so many people that are becoming like they need to be gluten, but they're not completely celiac. And so this is an amazing flour for that. And it upgrades the flavor. It's better for you, nutritional value, digestibility. And so it just really helps.
Taste.
And it tastes better,
It's
which
amazing.
is blowing your mind.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
That's what's crazy.
And one girl can't get enough of the smell.
Oh, I know.
She says that it reminds her of Denmark. I guess she lived in Denmark, and she was like, I can't get enough of the smell. So that's kind of interesting. We didn't even really notice the smell.
And the color is richer. The grain is so rich. It's
this
pure
is literally a pure, nothing
strain,
added, everything.
A pure strain,
and
completely organic, pure strain, and just
totally organic and healthy for you.
An ancient grain that has come back. And it's amazing. There are a few ancient grains out there.
There's so many. Okay, sorry. We
Yeah,
always
go ahead.
talk over
Go
each
ahead.
other.
That's my favorite.
But there's a friend that said that that sometimes she feels like that she can taste the chemicals in other people's like baked goods. Like if she goes to bakeries, this was kind of weird, but she just told me this today.
Yeah.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
A friend of ours. And she was like, but the crazy thing is she felt like she can eat our cookies and enjoy our yummy food. And she goes, and I'm knowing that it's good for me. She said it's the weirdest feeling I've ever felt.
It's such a good feeling.
It is really weird. Okay, I just missed some people. Okay, I might try doing flour. It might be easier to handle making the pizzas a bit smaller. You mean flour for like on your pizza peel? That's all we use.
Yes, that's all we're using.
Okay,
so
where did you get your marble slab? So this is actually an interesting tip that we should talk about. But if you go to any kind of granite marble place, I've had this for 6 years, 7 years. Yeah. And they just can cut you whatever size you want out of remnants of marble. And it's not expensive.
No.
And it's been the funnest thing because
like $60.
Because until I can have my own home and have marble like I want to have marble, it gives you a piece of it in your kitchen. So in every house I've been in, I just put it out and I act like it's part of my countertop. So go to that. They can create anything out of remnants.
Oh, it's
amazing.
It's amazing. So this is about the size that we're looking for. Now, Lizzie, like I said, likes to do it in 3. I do it in 6 all the time, and it's a lot thinner than this. But that's how they did it in Italy.
Okay, let's show this.
Anyway, okay, so let's show this. So we're gonna.
So this is at 500 degrees. This is as hot as this oven will go. So as hot as your oven is gonna go, that is what you need to be baking your pizzas at. So we've had our pizza stone in there. It needs to get hot, preferably around 30 minutes.
So we're just gonna slide this on. We're going to literally close the oven door. Get it closed all the way. We're going to close the oven door.
It's fast. It's about 30 seconds on each side.
About 30 seconds, and we're just going to flip it.
Do you want this?
Okay, well, I'll get it out, honey, and then we'll stack it over there. Make a room for a place right there. For about 30 seconds, and I'll check, okay? And I'm not going to try to pull this out. So we can see that it's just... Sometimes it's sort of hard to get to.
Do you want me to help you?
No, I'm fine. It's sort of hard to get to. And now now it's over, just like that. It's not too hot.
I should have gotten lower.
It's not too hot. This oven is super low. It's like working on the ground.
I know.
And so it's not difficult. It's super easy, but we're way down low, which is fine. And her oven rack doesn't slide out very easy. If your oven rack slides out easy, it's a piece of cake. But anyway, it's been about 30 seconds, so I'm going to grab it. Okay, just like this. I'm just going to grab it, and there we go. Okay, now close the oven to keep the heat in. Now look at this. Look at this. Little pizza dough. It's cooked off on either side. So now we'll take a piece of parchment paper, just like that.
Hold on,
and we'll start stacking it. You actually don't need parchment in between each one. I was doing it like that.
I was.
Yeah, I was doing it like that
Super hot.
to be careful and to be sure. So still do that. But the great thing about this is now your dough has been cooked off and it's super easy to work with. You don't have to worry about the dough
sticking on the peel and not coming off.
It's super easy to work with. Now you're just going to stack them. And then when your guests arrive, you put all of your pizza ingredients out. They get to make their own pizza, and then you're cooking them super easy one by one, finishing it off.
Yeah.
Okay? Do you need to see it again, or do you understand it?
Okay, well, let's read this thing. And well, then then they ask how you put it in the Ziploc baggie, and then how you freeze it, and the whole thing.
So
okay, I am a believer in the Kamut. Best flour ever, Mom.
Oh, thank you. We need a Ziploc.
I forgot I just used that. Let me go look
Okay.
in there. I just got my Kamut flour and the bread is currently rising. Can't wait to bake it.
Yay.
I love sandwiches on it. Okay, the store by
good.
my house has a sanitizer taste to me. Oh, because I said that the bakeries,
Yes.
they have a sanitizer taste to me. The store by my house has a sanitizer taste to me in their bakery products. This is what my friend just said to me today. I had never heard anybody talk like this. They are like, it tastes chemically. So I get what you're now saying. Okay, I made your baguettes with Kamut and it seemed denser than normal. Did I use too much flour? Yes.
If
she
it
did.
was too dense, you used a little too much flour.
Yeah.
Just ease up on it.
Ease up on the flour.
Because those baguettes with Kamut are incredible.
Have either one of you two ever experimented with different thicknesses of stones?
Sure. Yes. The stone that I'm currently using is a wolf stone, and it's the thickest one I've used. But they're all about the same. I even have tiles. We'll even show you my tiles that I have that I stick in my oven. It completely covers the bottom of one of the shelves, the bottom shelves, and it's tiles, and it cooks pizzas just as great on those tiles. It doesn't really matter about the thickness. It really doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay, do you sell larger bags than the 5 pound? I can only see the 5 pound on your website. So the flour, we know nobody's going to want to pay for the shipping on a 50-pound bag of flour because it's so heavy and so expensive. So if you want to come to us, if you live in Utah, we're getting a lot of people that visit Utah and they're taking it back on their suitcases, or they have their friends that are coming to visit. You won't believe the stories that we're getting. So if you want the 50, you have to come get it from us. Okay, will this be available to watch again later? Yes. So, yes, we will post it. Okay, how many minutes to bake when your guests arrive?
Well, that's what we're going to do right now. So now we bake this off about 30 seconds per side, okay? Now I'm going to show you, here's the rest of our dough. It's just right here.
There's 3 locations, Highland, Woodland, by Camas, or Midway. Because so many people say Woodland Hills.
Yeah.
And the glass canisters on my counter are you can get them at Target or Walmart. And we love them. We all have them on our counters. We use them all the time. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show me your brush, Lizzie. I need the brush. So we're going to just put a little bit of olive oil down on top of this dough. What we're doing is we're making the pizza that is on our schedule tonight, which is our fresh tomato pizza on page 134 in the second book. It's so simple. It's so delicious. Just super good. The fresh tomato pizza. Okay, so all you need is a garden tomato, and it's so easy to find a garden tomato nowadays. These happen to be some that I just picked up. Amy had some in her garden yesterday, but we ate them all. So these are hothouse tomatoes that are next to garden tomatoes. So we'll just take a knife and we'll cut it with the skin on. We'll cut it as thin as we can get it, the tomato. And this is just a quick way to do a margherita. It's just a really quick way. Now the recipe actually calls for buffalo mozzarella along with the fresh mozzarella, but
it's too hard to find here.
It's basically at Costco, and Harmon's has it a lot, but most of the stores don't end up carrying the buffalo. So cut your tomatoes as thin as you can. If you have a mandolin, definitely use it. So just tell me exactly, Lizzie, right there.
So put the tomatoes evenly over the dough.
So we're just going to put the tomatoes on. Like I said, this is a cheater way and a super easy way to do margherita pizza.
Sorry, we've got the baby right here today.
Okay, so we're just going to spread these tomatoes around. About
just put a little
like
bit
that.
of olive oil.
Okay. And then we're going to
put a
put a
little
little bit more olive oil. Okay.
Okay, now you're
Now-
gonna put 1/3 of the fresh mozzarella.
So what I like to do with the fresh mozzarella is you can either slice it super thin like this, or you can cut it into chunks. You can dice it sort of like this. Cut a piece like that, and then dice it like this.
So tell them if they can't find the
So-
buffalo to do the mozzarella.
Yeah, so we're just using the fresh mozzarella today because we couldn't find the buffalo. We haven't been to Costco for a while to get some. So if you're around buffalo mozzarella or around a store that has it, definitely get it. It's such a treat. Oh my goodness. Okay, so after we've got the cheese dispersed evenly, which is we don't want too much cheese and we don't want too much tomato.
Okay, now sprinkle with oregano.
So now we're going to just sprinkle with some, if you have fresh, use the fresh or just the dried. Just sprinkle a little bit
Now
on.
more olive oil and salt and pepper.
Yeah, and so we'll use our fleur de sel. We'll use our fleur de sel for this because it's more fine. You can use the gray. I use both, but more people prefer the fleur de sel on the pizza as they do salads. Okay, and now we're just going to stick it back into the oven. So see how easy it is to prepare? And now we'll put it straight into the oven, just like that. And you can stack, your oven's not totally closing, Lizzie. It's got stuff. Let me go ahead and get it fixed, because the oven isn't totally, oh boy. It's,
Mom, just do it.
yeah, it won't close. Oh well, hopefully we'll have to fix it later.
I'm barely learning this oven. It's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
I know. It's that's
it's
what
a
you
good
get
one.
when you're in a rental.
But
I don't know.
No, it's a good one. It's actually a Thermidor.
Okay,
It's
where
actually
did
a
you
decent
find
oven.
the pizza paddle? Where is it from?
This pizza paddle?
This
you can
one
get
is a
them
super
anywhere.
inexpensive one. But
Yeah.
we do have the Epicurean, which are amazing too, that are supposed to like never break, never
Right. But
smell,
these are good
never.
too. You can
But
get
these are
anywhere.
so cheap
Sur La
anywhere.
Top, Williams-Sonoma.
The kitchen outlet
The
store.
kitchen
I mean,
outlet
you
store.
can get them for so inexpensive.
Yes, you can get them for so inexpensive.
It's called a pizza peel.
Yeah, Lizzie's oven is not totally closing, so I'm like having to stand here because
Okay, watch out.
it's so
Okay, ask
funny.
if there's any more questions.
So, are there any more questions? Let's see. Where do I find a pizza paddle? A paddle. Yes, it's called a pizza peel. Yes. We made our first pizza with olive oil a couple of weeks ago, and we loved it. Who would have guessed? So yummy and simple. Yes, it's so. It's so easy and so yummy.
So do they understand?
Epicurean
that
is
cooking it
cheaper
off-
on Amazon. That's right.
That's the main thing we wanted to show today, Mom.
Yes, the main thing we wanted to show you today was how to cook this dough off. So if you're having a party or even tonight, if you want to get your dough started now, cook your crusts off and then just stack them up.
And then you can freeze them, like we said,
Just-
and then tell them what you do after. They always ask.
So you just put them in a baggie, just a regular gallon-sized baggie. They fit perfectly right into the baggie, and just freeze them up to a couple of months. And then you can just take them out, you unthaw, and
And use it as normal.
just use it as normal. So that's what I like to do. I can just go down to my freezer and take out a pizza dough that's already been baked off for 30 seconds on either side, and I'm ready to have pizza.
Yeah.
So do you see how simple it is? We made our first pizza.
Here we-
Okay, so we had that one.
Okay, so I fixed it. So then this should be done soon, and then I think that's it.
Yeah. So are there any more questions on the pizza? This is a great recipe tonight on the meal plan that is sort of a cheater Margherita pizza. And of course, Margherita Pizza is the most famous pizza in the whole world after Princess Margherita.
Yeah.
the three colors, that's what made it famous, were the three colors of the Italian flag, which is green, white, and red. Red for the tomato, white for the cheese, and green for the oregano or the basil. So this one happens to be, I happen to make this one with oregano.
Yeah.
Because when you're in Italy, oftentimes you'll get a margherita that is with oregano or basil. So we have a couple of different choices and it just mixes it up.
Okay, I make sourdough bread for my health reasons. Have you ever had somebody try kamut and sourdough? I'm gonna have to try it.
We haven't tried it ourselves, but I know many people who are doing it. Yes, you can use kamut in anything.
Just
So-
know, really, it's all purpose.
It's all-purpose
It's all
flour.
purpose.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll be done. We'll just be done as soon as this is done.
We're almost finished. Are there any other questions?
This oven doesn't even go as hot as my other oven did either. This is why every oven is so different. You have to experiment with your own ovens, own times, everything.
And just like when we were talking to Jessica this morning and she runs a cookie business, her cookies are different at home than they are where she bakes her cookies.
Yeah.
And so every home and every oven is going to be a little bit different. So when you get to a new home or you get a new oven, you have to experiment with it.
Well, and we asked her why sometimes cookies go flat, and she said the same reasons that we do. She's like, it can be over mixing. She said it can be because you do need cold butter that time, or sometimes they do room temperature. Like she goes, it just depends.
And taking your dough out of the refrigerator does not necessarily guarantee the best
it doesn't
cookies.
guarantee. So that's what's so interesting.
It's also interesting, and these are things that we've been saying for years. Another thing that was super interesting was yesterday when we met with Des, and she was talking to us about ovens. I think the biggest takeaway for a lot of people that I got some emails on were that they didn't realize that their oven could be like a furniture piece.
Yeah.
And I think that's so neat, whether it's small, whether it's a 30-inch, that's about as small as we go here in America. They go smaller in Europe, of course, but a 30-inch oven can still be a furniture piece. The oven that I have had for years is 30 inches. It's a Wolf. I love it, but I'm changing it because I get to redo my kitchen after all these years.
Okay,
And
we're gonna finish.
And so check it. So I thought her tips yesterday were so great.
It will be saved on our website. Don't worry, every live will be saved on our website.
Okay, so let's check.
So, okay, if you freeze the dough,
Not
do you
quite
have
done.
to defrost it before cooking?
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
So just let it sit out on your counter and unthaw.
Yeah.
Okay, well what should we do? Should we wait till the pizza comes out? Or should
We want to show you the finished pizza. So are there any other questions we could answer? Did you like the live yesterday? Do you love our tips? What can we do to help you put dinner on the table better for your family? Because that's all we're trying to do, is to give you tips and to give you recipes and ideas that are going to motivate you to get back into the kitchen. Because remember, the conversation is more important than the food you're actually feeding your family. It's all so important. It's all so important. But I know we get new followers all the time, and so Lizzie says, no, they already know all this, but we get so many new followers. Let's see. Loved all the tips. You guys are so fun. Thank you. Love the tips. Livs, you've made all the difference in my life and family. Wow, thank you so much. That's all we're trying for. We're just trying to help you guys put dinner on the table. I love the tips, but now I think I need a new oven. It cooks good, but it's ugly. That's fun.
That's funny.
I know. We learn something new every day, but I think a really fun oven will make us fun. Okay, let's wrap this pizza. Look how easy that was to take right out. Look at this pizza. I think it's
How do you
pretty
keep
much
food
perfection.
warm from kitchen to table?
Kitchen to table, basically, if you don't have a warming oven, you kind of need to serve it when it's done. If you make something in advance, you can reheat it in the microwave. I know a lot of cooks, they get so many, the veggies, the meat, whatever, and they hold it over in pans on top of the stove and often use a microwave to reheat things.
Well, if you
But
wanna
basically,
flavor
I just take my food right from the oven to the table. My table is set. I'm ready to eat. So let's cut this
They're
pizza.
eating leftover red and white mozzarella right now. Ooh, yeah.
Yum,
Love
yum.
it. That
Okay.
gets better the older it gets.
Yeah. Okay, so let's cut this pizza. Lizzie, they can't really see this.
Here,
Yeah.
this is, okay. Well, let's just end though.
Yeah. So everybody, this is a super easy pizza.
This is hard on one
It's
hand.
super cheap to make. That's the thing. It's so budget friendly and so good.
I think it needs to be
so
down the
good
cut
for
better.
you. Super delicious. This is just an easy tomato one, but whoa, it's so hot. The crust is perfect underneath.
It's perfect.
The fresh mozzarella cheese makes every pizza better. If you go into a pizza place and they're not using fresh mozzarella, tell them they need to, because it makes it's so hot.
Okay, we'll end.
Lizzie,
Okay.
taste how crusty that is.
Ooh, I could hear it. It's so hot.
It's so hot, but it's so crusty.
Oh.
It's so good. The beer helps with the flavor and the crust. So good.
It's amazing.
So, everybody have a great weekend.
I hope you're making pizza.
I hope you're making pizza tonight.
If you're not making pizza, go eat it. Are you going to be at Swiss Days? Yes.
Yes.
We were late to getting a booth, but we just figured a thing out yesterday. So we'll give you all the details. We will have a location to come get anything you need. Salt, flour, hot pads, books.
Everything.
Come give us a hug. We can't wait to meet you.
Can't wait to meet you.
So we'll see you there. Have a wonderful day. Keep cooking.
Your family's worth it. So worth it. Have the best weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Love you guys.